This is the truth other sound healers don't want you to know. It's very simple. Take a listen. That's 432 Hertz. It's a 432 Hertz tuning fork, which means that it is tuned to the rate of Hertz, and a Hertz is the rate at which a frequency changes cycle per second. So that's changing its cycle per second 432 times. And that's all it means. 432 Hertz. Let's listen to 528 Hertz. So you can see it's a higher pitch, and as you go up in numbers, the pitch gets higher. If we go up to 963 Hertz. Or we can go down to 174 Hertz. And of course you can keep going up or you can keep going down. But there's a spectrum of sound which we can hear, and that's what we're talking about today. In that spectrum of sound which we can hear, there is a lot of speculation that certain frequencies have a spiritual quality or a transformative quality. And that might be true. In fact, I believe it is. But arbitrarily assigning certain responses to specific frequencies is really more a matter of the 100th monkey principle. Let me explain. When 100 monkeys learn how to do something in one area, this biofield, the morphic resonance of intelligence that they create, the electricity of ideas that those 100 monkeys create, means that that goes out into the ether, something we can't see but which is there, an electric biofield connecting us all. So monkeys in another country can learn immediately that same skill because the intelligence, the frequency, has transported those ideas. And what is also happening is that enough people, well, in this case monkeys, enough monkeys are agreeing on an idea. This is how we're going to do something. And to me, that is what is happening with sound healing at the moment and frequencies. Many people are believing that 432 Hertz has special qualities compared to 440 Hertz. And maybe that's true. But maybe it's true because we believe it. Not because someone wrote about it in a book and decided for us. We, I believe, are creating the truth around that frequency by our intentions. And that doesn't mean it's not valid. I believe it is, because even a slight adjustment of 8 Hertz from 440 to 432 Hertz really changed the way I wrote music and the way I felt when I played my guitar tuned at 432 Hertz instead of 440 Hertz. And many people say they experience the same thing. In fact, they have done tests showing that 432 Hertz music is more relaxing than 440 Hertz music as well. But again, science is open to speculation too, because how are the tests conducted and all the stuff that goes along with that, including quantum physics and how the observed responds to the observer. Our intentions, our feelings, what we expect to happen, what we want to happen is so important when it comes to sound healing. And that's not necessarily something all sound healers or people, coaches like myself, who use frequencies, healing frequencies, binaural beats, to help engage the subconscious mind and to help transform old thoughts, old beliefs into new empowering thoughts and beliefs. They're not always going to tell you. And it's much easier, and I've done this in the past myself, to simply say 174 Hertz is good for pain relief. But what you're doing is you're planting an idea as well. And as a coach, that's what we do. We open people up to new ideas. What happens if you listen to this and let go of pain? Even the instruction or the suggestion of letting go of pain is doing the work. And perhaps the frequency is simply the focal point to allow us to step into a new belief, a new power that is actually coming from within us. That's where I believe the healing is really coming from. And the more of us who focus on saying a certain quality is associated with a certain frequency, the more like the 100 monkeys we are creating that effect. Have they done any tests? I'm sure they have. But one of the best tests is to trust your feelings with all things and to feel, do I feel different or better when I hear this frequency? Can I open myself up to new ideas by simply entertaining them? Like feeling more secure when I listen to 396 hertz, or feeling into my self-confidence when I listen to 528 hertz. And of course, there are associations with the chakra system as well, with all the frequencies. Well, the main frequencies, which for me are the 10 healing frequencies. They include the 9 Solfeggio frequencies and 432 hertz. And each of them is associated with a chakra, the 7 major chakras. And apparently, I don't know how many, but there are a lot more than 7 chakras in the body. But these are, again, energy zones that have been identified over millennia, maybe longer. Who knows how long we have been exploring what it is to be a bioelectric being and channeling energy and changing energy that comes into us and listening and tuning into new frequencies. If you'd like to tune into some new frequencies and some empowering ideas, give this channel a follow and a like and leave a comment and I'll get back to you.